Your boy got 5G, thanks to CCT. For the past few weeks, I've been beta testing 5G by CCT. I mean, this is a huge privilege. One of the very first people in the BVI to have 5G. 5G itself is awesome. So we'll get into the details about it, but let me gloat a little bit. I got 5G on my phone. I've been having it for the past few weeks. I've had to kind of like hide screenshots because in the corner it says 5G. So when I post stuff, I have to crop out like the 5G aspect and just be a bit aware of it. And if anybody is using my phone or taking a glance at my phone, I've had to hide it. Well, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, your boy got 5G with CCT. So we're boasting the very first 5G network in the BVI. Yes, the very first. The fastest mobile network, of course we consider is 5G. Technically, on paper, 5G is 200 times faster than LTE. Yes, everybody using LTE and it's pretty okay, it's pretty stable, but 5G is up to 200 times faster than LTE. In real world testing, I am seeing about 2 to 4 times faster than LTE. If you're on iPhone, you need iOS 26. I have been running iOS 26 beta and it's been working exceptionally well on that. So if you're on iPhone, you need iOS 26 and your phone has to be capable of 5G. For iPhones, I can't speak about Android. Nobody speaks about Android. But yes, for iPhones, that is iPhone 12 and above. So those are the requirements and it's pretty easy to set up. When I did it, Kyle, shout out to Kyle, I was in the office and he was like, oh, put your phone in airplane mode. Turn it back on. Boop, 5G showed up. Of course, in the settings, in the cellular settings, I had to make sure it was 5G enabled. Obviously, the main benefit of having 5G is speed. LTE is good, it's fast. Yes, 5G, like I mentioned, is up to 200 times faster. On paper, it is up to 200 times faster. To me, it is, I would describe it as instant. For instance, I would open Instagram and it would already be loaded, like it's sitting there waiting for me, like, dude, where you been? We've been waiting for you. That's how fast it is. I love it. And obviously it applies to everything else, whether you're watching YouTube, Netflix, TikTok. The TikTok videos load faster. Also for someone like me, who uploads a lot of videos and photos and that kind of stuff, uploading stuff is much faster as well too, so it's pretty good. Remember the days of Edge and 3G when you had to struggle to get a signal and you know it was spotty and all of that kind of stuff? LTE made a big difference there, but 5G is the next level. So imagine you're on LTE, you're happy, right? When my phone goes, let's say, slower, it goes down to your speed. So your fastest speed is my slowest speed. Also, from researching it, 5G can accommodate more devices in the same area. Why is this important? What does this mean? Okay, so let's say you're at a festival or a concert or something and there's a whole bunch of people around and they're using the internet, they're streaming, they're doing this and that kind of stuff. 5G can accommodate more of that. So instead of your internet slowing down, it can accommodate a lot more. I think the stat is 1 million person per square kilometer. Let me try to break that down. That means within the space of a square kilometer, it can accommodate 1 million devices. Now, to put that into perspective, we do not have 1 million people in the BVI. So you're saying CCT roll it out and man, this 5G thing, it might just be, you gotta be right next door to CCT office or something. No, they have told me that it is all throughout the BVI. I think for the exception right now for Anegada and Necker Island. I would have to confirm that, but throughout the BVI, you have 5G. I was in Virgin Gorda last weekend and 5G big and bold on my screen, showing off 5G and VG with CCT. One unrealized benefit is future-proofing. One of the things they've been talking about is the connected city. The latency is very low. Latency is the response time, how fast it gets from here to there and back. It is very, very low. So they're saying that, you know, eventually you could do like control cars from a distance or even surgeries. Those things require real-time processing, real-time speed, and also to obviously for gamers, if you game on your phone online, then you would get the added benefit of extremely fast speed. So what are the cons of 5G? Okay, it's shorter range than LTE, so you have to be within a certain range of an antenna. Now, when you're out of a range, let's say, what happens? Well, we drop down to LTE. We go to LTE, which is your fastest speed is our slower speed, like I said. So that is what happens, which isn't a bad thing, necessarily a bad thing. CCT LTE has been very good. I've also been reading about it affecting battery life. I can't speak about that. I am on beta software, iOS 26 beta, so I can't really say if battery drain is a problem due to 5G. Have I noticed a difference in battery life? To be honest, I can't say. I guess if I haven't noticed a difference, then it isn't really an issue. Well, this might be a user-specific con, but if you're on TikTok or Instagram and you're scrolling more, you're able to consume more content. So if you want to get hooked on whatever content, you could consume more. So within the time span, you would consume more and whatnot. That's up to you, so don't blame CCT for that. There you go, CCT has 5G. I love it. This is the next level. When we were in the meeting, there was something that was said. All people deserve the best. This is the best speeds you could have. 5G, right here in the BVI. Stick with CCT. So now that CCT has dropped 5G, have you used it? Have you tried it? Tell me about it. Be honest. We're taking honesty here. Be honest. Have you used it? Do you love it? Have you noticed a difference? Anything, just leave a comment, send me a message. Let's see how this thing working.